live. Fuck.
Oh,
We're live.
Don't worry, you can say pineapple in a moment, and we'll razz you all the same.
All I
We're
can think of is
live.
this very stupid TikTok I saw recently of some guy playing those like dumb TikTok like face games where it was just help SpongeBob get back to the onion house, but it was just his pineapple. It's I can't get the AI voice of help SpongeBob get back to his onion house as he points to like the pineapple.
Oh, speaking of AI voices, I saw an ad the other day that used the fanboy and chum chum voice that I talked about that one time that I hate so much with a burning passion. Thank you. Only someone exactly our age would understand that reference.
I mean, I remember fanboy and chum chum. That
Yeah.
show sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't
dare
good,
you.
but we watched it.
I watched it. It was dog shit.
Yeah,
It's fucked up.
it's true.
I don't care if it's true. It's fucked up.
I've developed a post-airing hatred for it because it's become the default voice of content creators in any short. And now it's permeating the ad space. The one place I thought was safe from horrible memes.
Nah, dude. If you can cut costs, they're gonna do it. Hire voice actors, you losers.
Hire the voice actors of Fanboy and Chum Chum. And then I'll like it, because I'll appreciate the effort. I'll buy anything that's advertised by Fanboy and Chum Chum themselves. I'm making that commitment right now.
Anything?
Anything. You could
All right,
pay.
time to make some phone calls.
Are they on Cameo? Because you guys could get me to buy literally anything.
Oh my god.
Oh, hell
You can
yeah.
get him to buy Path of Exile too right
Yeah,
now.
I was thinking the same thing. All right.
They have morals. They would never stoop to that level.
Anyway,
I just realized my shirt's on inside out.
Hell yeah.
chaos everywhere. No one is safe. All right. Well, Slug tries to get her life back together. Last time we left off, we had one fight. That was the whole session, fighting several of the black site agents in perfect darkness, utilizing the lockdown's, superior crafted helmet and Monochrome's innate dark vision. You guys were able to take him out with no casualties. And we've discovered that healing is way stronger than I thought. It was also kind of a big thing. So, now, most of you being unable to see anything, you guys have gotten through at least your first fight. What do you do?
Well,
Is it still infinite darkness?
Yes.
I slink into the shadows.
Okay.
Yeah, lockdown. Any more of them?
I don't imagine I detect any more.
Nope.
I quickly teleport to the other side of the concrete wall to check that side.
You don't see anyone.
We're clear for now.
Okay, now, if I was gonna get out of here, where would I go?
whatever it is, if we can find out whatever was controlling the actual, I guess, lights, we just need to turn that on.
It could just be a person. Because they were talking.
We were talking to someone, which I'm sad I was not able to tap into that, but I got a fun bomb out of it as he, like, has that ship still.
Why couldn't you tap into it?
I just couldn't get past the encryption in a decent way. Not with the tools I have.
Okay.
Not in a way that they couldn't just, I guess, turn off. I have a short-term burst, so when we actually start a fight, I will stun all of them.
Wish I could help. Can't fucking see.
Me too. I can't see shit.
We just gotta find a main central area where all this is originating.
I wish we could put on their helmets or something, but
It's linked to their actual brain.
yeah.
He does not mention the fact that he is like probably still holding a head. He also does not talk about why he knows that.
As opposed to their decoy brain.
Yeah. You know, maybe they have two brains. He just, after he says that, he just drops something
What was that?
ahead.
Oh.
Oh.
It didn't sound like it was near me, at least.
I really hope I don't trip on it.
You hear some slight movement as he pushes it out of the way to like the corner of the room, like the hallway.
You don't want to get too ahead.
Hey,
Is there any way we could put our heads together and kind of guesstimate a layout, like where we would be in terms of like a prison cell versus like a central area? Since we can't see a map or anything.
yeah. I also don't imagine this is a place that has like, because some facilities have like guiding lines on the wall or the floor for like facility members.
Yeah, not in this darkness.
Or either us.
You can hear it. I can see it.
Yeah,
But
like
neither
one
of
of
you
us.
could. There, anything that's like painted on a wall or anything are completely imperceptible to both of you.
That is fair. Do they have signage on the wall? Because they are required to have Braille. Otherwise, we can report them.
Oh no, this government shadow organization is not following OSHA.
Yeah,
They
they're being
better.
discriminatory.
No, there's no braille signs anywhere.
Oh,
And that's even more discriminatory.
Let's call OSHA on them.
I can't help but notice there are puddles of blood everywhere, and I don't see a single wet floor sign in sight.
somebody slip and sue.
Then sounds like we just gotta walk.
All right, should we go the way they didn't come from or the way they came from?
I mean, I would assume the way they came from might be a better idea to where their at least more central base would be.
Would make sense.
Okay,
Should we hold hands or something? Or I don't.
you're all my feelers are wrapped around all of you except Lockdown.
Oh,
Yeah, we got the Celestine tentacle.
Dude, don't make it gross.
oh no!
It's what it is. It's an evolved eye stalk, a tentacle.
How slimy is it?
Not at all.
Is bone dry?
It's skin.
All right, I'm walking in a direction. I don't care which way. I can't see shit.
Does it
Walk-
have sweat
walk right into
glands?
a wall.
Lockdown.
You
Lead
good?
the way. Everyone just follow based on sound or the pull of the feeler.
I'll be fine.
All right, I guess which way are you going, Lockdown?
The way those dudes came from.
There's a cement wall on your way.
Get rid of the
I
cement.
assume we get rid of it.
Yep.
Do you have a way to get rid of your cement wall?
It's a sustainability.
Yeah,
right?
You can
it's
just
base.
Oh, it
if
is a
you
Yes,
sustain.
get
That's right.
rid of it.
Yes, I would have dropped.
even tell you could just make golems out of them and then put them
Because
somewhere
if
else.
they didn't go down, there's like a golem-shaped hole in it.
It's that, or I have a penetrating sword.
Or we have a person who can teleport other people.
We have teleport. We have a lot of methods of making it a non-obstacle.
Isn't it harder to teleport when you can't see?
Not if you have the thing. I think
Yep.
Crusher does have that thing.
I have the thing too.
Accurate.
Oh yeah, I do.
All right.
The wall falls apart.
So, getting rid of the wall, you guys begin moving down the hallways. There are a variety of similarly locked down rooms. All of these, large kind of bulkhead doors. And as you guys get to, you hit like a particularly long stretch of hallway. Suddenly, lockdown, monochrome, you see two turrets drop down from a ceiling and home in. Everyone else hears something going on, something mechanical. What do y'all do?
Ah, shit.
Dodge.
I try to push people out of the way.
Yeah, same. I am going to push people. Do I see a spot that is like a place of cover?
No, there's no cover.
How quickly can Sasha make cover?
Let me check. It's a standard action. So I think that can be the only thing I can do.
Okay, so if you want Sasha to make cover, then we have to roll several initiatives. Y'all need to roll against the initiative. Well, Lockdown needs to beat the turrets, and then if Lockdown succeeds, then Sasha can succeed or has to roll and beat the turrets to get them in time.
I had an idea. I had both the idea of saying something and then making an action.
What action would you like to do?
The action was pulling out a teleport gun and firing. And the statement was going to be Sasha, concrete wall, like 5 feet ahead. Make us a shield.
Okay. Go ahead and make an initiative roll.
Will do. My initiative is okay. That's a classy plus 13.
Ooh.
Oh, I rolled really bad.
Oh, that was Cam, thank God.
All right.
Yeah, I also can't be surprised. That would help too.
Well, it's not getting a
Yeah.
benefit against you guys.
That's good.
We see the turrets slowly falling down from the ceiling, and we go no in
The
slow
Austin
motion.
Powers bit.
All right.
Love that bit.
So, Sasha, I need you to roll initiative now. And then, what are you shooting with your teleport gun?
One of the turrets.
Okay. Just so you know, they're connected to the base. So
all of a sudden, we can't teleport an entire base.
I was
no.
I was thinking it'd be fun to like, teleport, disconnect like a turret.
Unfortunately, your teleport gun does not do damage, so it cannot do such a thing.
Never mind. I won't do something fun.
I'm sorry. That's how it works.
Sorry, my mind's been blanking a lot lately. Agility for initiative, right?
There's
Yeah,
no
there's
initiative.
also the
button.
initiative right above your weapons, like your attacks.
You can't roll that.
No, you can't. That'll just tell you your modifier.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
Just like add that to Dex or whatever. Oh, what? Yeah, roll your. What is it?
I think it's
Agility. It's agility plus if you have improved
Oh,
initiative.
no.
That's unfortunate. Would you like to use a hero point?
Sure.
Roll again.
That's better.
Okay. You create your concrete wall, and it's not long before you guys hear something. It doesn't sound like bullet fire. It sounds like something else is striking the wall, though.
Can Sasha sense this concrete to see how badly it's getting messed up over there?
Kind of. It would be a rough estimate. Sasha could theoretically keep it at bay near indefinitely, since there's no limit to how much Sasha can make in concrete.
Yeah, this would just be pretty much the only thing I would be doing for this.
Is
I
there a
have-
way for you to be like, this is going like 5 feet into this concrete. If it hits us, we're gonna be dead, or like, it's probably fine. We could tank this.
Yeah. I mean, I have the an idea too.
Oh, wait,
It's
don't
the,
you have that thing that connects you to the concrete you make?
That's post cognition.
No, but didn't you take that one disadvantage to the concrete you made? Like you take damage when the feedback one?
Yeah, I do have the feedback. I
Oh,
suffer
no.
damage when your created objects are damaged.
Oh no.
Well,
Well, this was a bad idea then.
it's definitely being damaged at the moment. How does that work?
Can I post the flaw?
I don't think so.
You'd
It's
have to
literally
fill out the
just
flaw.
if you attack the concrete, it's the same as attacking Sasha, but with the concrete stats.
This flaw only applies to effects with physical or apparently physical manifestations, such as create, illusion, or summon, for example.
Okay.
I need
All
to
right.
make a resistance check against the attack's damage rank using my effects rank as the resistance check bonus.
Actually, this might be a very weird situation. Hold up. Oh my god, Adobe, stop.
Do these fantasy bullets not damage concrete?
Well, it's not that. One, whatever it is, are damaging the concrete, probably. It's dependent on how thick the concrete you made is, because your concrete needs to make a toughness roll. All right. What was it? It was +1 per doubling of thickness. About an inch. Okay. So 2 inches would be +1, 4 inches would be +2, 8 inches would be +3, 16, a little bit over a foot would be +4. Okay. And how much concrete can you make? It's a terrifying question to ask.
Let's see, I'm
An
right.
absurd amount.
Wasn't it like 64,000 cubic feet?
Yeah, I think so.
How much did you make?
I probably would have made at least The wall about 5.5, 6 feet thick.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, that would still only add, I think, an additional, let's see, it was 16, 32 inches for a +5, and that would be
64
almost
is
3
5.
feet. So that
Is
would
5
be,
feet 4 inches.
yeah, it'd be about 6 plus 6. All right. So, and then if I consider the damage of the lasers and their expectation, that would be probably all right. So you need to roll with a +14 against a DC of, I just lost the number, 27.
Is that also including the effect rank?
Of
The
Yeah, I
create?
have a rank 14 in concrete.
Okay.
Alrighty, 27.
I
29.
always believed in you.
Hell yeah.
okay, that's the first gun. I need you to do it again.
All right. Now is Sasha gonna have to do this about every round?
Yes.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is my job now. That one, no.
Ow.
Okay. That is 2 degrees of failure. So currently you have you're dazed and you have a -1 circumstance penalty to any future checks against damage.
So dazed and minor is 1 to future damage.
Yeah. All right, so you guys don't have a lot of time to think. What do you do? And Sasha's holding it back the best he can, but it's going to be pretty bad.
I saw the turret.
Turrets, there's 2.
The one of them, at least the one I was gonna shoot originally.
Sure.
I teleport to the air behind one of the turrets.
I go to the other one.
I'm grabbing onto the back of it, like stabbing into the part. Like I imagine it's like poking down from the top of the wall.
Yeah.
Trying to like stab, cut into it, cut it down, destroy it.
Okay. Monochrome, go ahead and roll initiative just so we know where to place you on the order.
Okay.
Go ahead
gonna
and
be
do your
first.
thing, lockdown.
Should I roll initiative as well? Because I'm gonna try.
Yeah, if
to
anyone wishes to
healing.
act, they must roll initiative.
Okay, that's agility. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going
agility,
first.
Or what the number is above your attack in your attack box.
Okay, so Monochrome, you're actually first, so go ahead and do your thing.
Nice.
Okay, I pop up right below one of the turrets, and just a bunch of shadow blades shoot up and jam themselves into wherever they can find, whatever gaps in the metal plating they find.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to do what maneuver for this.
So it's technically they're counted as being inanimate objects.
Okay,
So
so
their
can I not
defenses.
maneuver? against-
So-
or their defenses are different for inanimate objects? Oh no.
So they're considered subjected to finishing attacks.
Which I assume is if you roll real good, you do more effect.
I'm trying to find it. It didn't include a page number with that section because, of course, it wouldn't.
It's not important, Cam. Just answer the question.
I don't know the answer. Finishing attack. Oh, there it is. Okay, when you attack a defenseless target at close range, you have to be at close range, which I guess you are.
I believe I am.
Yeah.
Is close different than melee?
Melee is within close.
Okay. 'Cause I think this attack is a melee attack.
This
Oh,
means your attack
has
automatically
reach.
hits it since the target has no defense. If you choose to make your attack check normally, then a successful hit is treated as a critical hit with a +5 circumstance bonus to the attack's resistance DC. What?
So the DC they have to beat
Yeah, just
goes up.
resistance DC though. That seems incorrect. Should
Because
be
it's
the
usually
effect DC.
toughness.
Additionally,
bet
if
it's-
you hit with a damaging attack with intent to kill, the target's resistance check has 3 or more failure. Your target dies immediately. All right.
yeah,
So
the resistance DC is just
Okay.
damage resistance said different.
So
yeah, it just weird. So you just get a +5 to essentially the effect of your attack.
Okay.
If you choose
decide
to make your
roll or
attack
make-
check normally, if you use a different maneuver, then
Okay.
that
So if
takes
I use a
priority.
maneuver that doesn't do it, then I guess I won't do a maneuver, but I will use my favorite environment because it's extreme dark.
It is extreme dark.
To get +2 circumstance bonus to attack rolls.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack. The DC is 10. Success.
So close to a crit.
I mean, it's automatically a crit anyway, but
I guess that's fair, but I could have just done it normally and bragged
Well,
about it.
If you crit, then you can do more damage.
well, that's the +5 for the finishing attack.
But it doesn't say you can't then say increased effect.
So my effect is 10? Yeah, my effect is 10.
And yeah. So
Plus
your effect
5.
is 10. And then under critical, Alex is correct. You can choose. Is the critical section not? I don't think
Now
it's in
what
this
is-
part. I think it's in the beginning part of the book.
Oh, this is what number on the die I crit on.
Yes.
Why is that the only one I'm allowed to change manually?
I can change the attack manually.
What?
I can change attack manually.
Are you opening up the actual edit thing?
Nope. Doing it just right on the sheet.
Though it is also
Are you doing it in
probably good
skills?
too.
Nope.
Because if you're just gonna slap on more damage to it, because if you get the 3 degrees over, this guy will just die.
That's true. Also, I have multi-attack, so
That will apply.
So slapping more damage and just more effect is
yeah.
might just be the best thing here.
And after all this time, I definitely know how multi-attack works.
If you're doing it on a single target, 2 degrees of success is +2 to the resistance DC, and 3 degrees or more is +5.
So I got 3 degrees, right?
Sorry, what was that?
I got more than 3 degrees of success.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, so
You-
then there's an extra +5 on here.
Yeah, 3 degrees is always 10 over.
Yeah.
So, and the DC was 10.
I just didn't want to say it so matter-of-factly. Gotta cover my bases in case someone disagrees.
All right, so
So +5 from crit, +5 from multi-attack, +10 from effect.
and then what's your critical?
Huh?
Because it's +5 because the target was defenseless.
If you pick increased damage effect,
You can add another
Okay.
+5.
Then yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so that's plus. See, it was
25.
25. Okay, so that means it's a DC 40.
Easy.
It is
It's made of
theoretically
super metal.
possible for it to beat this.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's
Why we
made
have
of
to
super
stack the
metal.
damage.
It's made of this stupid metal, yes.
They got
And
that
it-
fantasy sci-fi metal in this world.
Why don't they make it smart metal?
Okay. You damage it heavily. Is not destroy, because I think you need 3 degrees for objects.
It's 3 degrees to instantly kill it.
Yeah.
That's a real bummer.
That's 2 degrees.
I teleport away.
Okay.
I-
Lockdown.
I do the same to the other one.
Okay.
I'm rolling to attack.
Okay, that
Oh,
hits 2 degrees of success.
I actually hit. That's so good. I'm doing a power attack to increase my damage.
Okay.
So the effect is going to be 12.
Okay. And because you're doing a power attack, which is another maneuver, you don't get the benefits of the finishing attack. Because finishing attack, you have to just attack it normally. Is that what you want?
I
Yeah, do that.
I will do that because I didn't see that it said that. Or well, I saw that it said normally. I did not get that that was the intention of the word normally.
Yeah, normally means you're just making a normal attack.
I guess I will take that.
Okay. All right. So then so that hits, and that'll just automatically do +5 plus your damage, and then whatever your critical effect is, which is probably damage, right?
Yes, +5.
Okay, so plus 20, meaning that the DC is 35.
Guys, the amount of times in this
Wait, do you have?
arc,
Oh no, you have multi-attack.
Yes.
Oh, but that wasn't 3 degrees of success.
No. It would
Was it
be the
2?
most it would be is that would be a 21 instead of a 19.
Yeah.
so that's 2 degrees of success,
well-
so that's an extra +2.
If it was a 21, rather, then that would
Yeah,
be 3
'cause-
degrees of success.
Yeah, because that
Okay.
check is at a -2 because I did the power attack.
All right, so it's 40 again. Cool. Got it.
Jesus.
The amount of times in this
fucking
arc
Christ.
that I've had flashbacks to me
Oh.
making my Shadow
Oh.
Blade attack, where I'm looking at the add-on that does extra stuff to objects, and I go, "There's no way I would ever super need this.
Right.
It's expendable."
Unfortunately, the alloy rebuffs your attack.
Just question as I'm teleported. As I swing and I do that and I'm rebuffed, because my movement modifier, and I'm just like clinging here a little bit. The other turret, as it's like malfunctioning a little, is it definitely damaged? Does it like sense my movement at all? Is it like possible to maybe have it be like, target detected and turn at me?
Not if you're planning on using turnabout this turn.
Damn.
Because it will if you decide to stay there, but otherwise you're just moving too quickly for the turrets to really lock on.
That's fair. Yeah, that'd be unsafe. I teleport back to the safety.
Okay.
Turnabout.
All right. And I do think Celestine.
It's healing spores because I assume I'm hearing Sasha grunt in pain.
Yes, sure.
Okay, I don't know.
I'm not gonna speak on Sasha's behalf and be like, Sasha, you're grunting. You're moaning in pain.
Are
Why
you?
you've done it up until now?
Sasha's a major.
I've just made you
puss,
hot.
can't handle the
Okay.
pain.
You did that, and then it jumped to everyone else saying rock hard abs. This is your fault.
You're the one who's eating pineapple all the time. You know that our minds are gonna wander from there.
Are you grunting
So
in pain?
really,
Because
If you-
otherwise
It's
I
more
wouldn't
wincing
know.
in pain and trying to quietly cuss.
All right, because otherwise, there's no way for me to know that you would be getting hit by your concrete getting shot.
Yeah, now he would be quietly cussing, but with your feeler wrapped around, you can definitely feel him like wincing from like being hit.
Okay. And boop. Oh,
All right, you're good,
Cool.
Sasha.
Okay.
you're okay, friend.
Speaking on
'Cause
Sasha.
now I'm vulnerable.
I guess I'm making more concrete to fill in the holes. So I think I'm just gonna keep sustaining the wall.
Okay. And Crusher, did you want to get in on any of this?
Yes. I did roll initiative. It was dog shit, but I was gonna go.
What
And try to
was your
punch-
initiative?
It was.
Oh, it
let
was an
me pull
8. Okay, you go after the
Yeah.
turrets.
Yeah.
All right, Sasha, I need 2 more toughness checks with a DC or with a bonus of 14. DC 27. All right. That's 1 injury, but it's just -1. And that's another -1. So you have
-2 to damage.
2 -2s. Yeah. Or 2 -1s. All right. Crusher.
Alright, I was gonna do the same thing as Monochrome and Lockdown and try to teleport and try to hurt the turret or kill it if I can.
Okay. All right. Do you have turnabouts first of all?
No.
Because if you do so, you're gonna be on the other side with the turrets. Probably by the next time they start shooting. So.
Yeah, I don't have turnabout.
So do you still want to risk it on the other side?
Probably not, just to be safe.
Okay. All right,
There's
Monochrome.
one thing you have: rock hard abs that can definitely probably resist most likely energy based bullets.
I wish.
I guess I'm gonna do another attack.
Oh, yes. At the end of that round, you hear some mechanical noises around you guys. And then you hear
It's a good thing I don't have to breathe.
Gas, hold your breath.
Hold your breath!
Can you, Sasha, cover the walls in a thin layer of concrete?
I also have a gas mask.
It's pretty hype.
I probably could if that's all you guys are doing is teleporting.
Yeah, because I'm gonna go try to take out this turret for y'all.
Yeah, then I can expand it next time.
Coolio. I teleport over, and this time I think I'm gonna try to attack both turrets with my multi-attack instead of just the one.
Okay. Sure thing. So just go.
So I
make
get a
2
multi-attack penalty minus 2,
Yeah.
which just cancels out my
your bonus for being in the dark.
circumstance.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you say? You said something for me to do just now.
Oh, Slug?
No, you.
Me?
What?
You said something to me.
I just
I
said
was
just now
reading.
your bonus for being in the dark.
No, but right before that. Right before I said what I said.
Oh, right. You're just gonna make normal attacks, finishing attacks on the sentry, both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that's a real bummer.
That still hits.
Yeah. So
I need you to roll twice because you had to roll against each one.
Oh yeah, that's true. So that's on the first one, I guess, that I attacked before, and this one's real bummers.
Okay. I mean, you just need, it's a DC 10. They don't move.
Yeah. But I could do way more damage to that guy.
Could you?
If I got more.
They're automatic
successes.
criticals.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
I don't know how the attacking works.
So you're not getting the bonus to your multi-attack this time.
Yeah.
So the DC will be
attacking
35.
More than one. Coolio.
Right. So the first one that you were attacking, here's its attack, or here's its check. Meets it, beats it. Second one. Yeah, these things are pretty tough. Super alloys. Second one fails. Not by 3 degrees of success, though. Oh, yeah, technically that first one had a -1. Not like that. Oh, wait, no, that increases its penalty by 1, actually. So, first one's at -2. The second one is now at -1. All right. Then you turn them out. Go back.
Yeah.
Okay, lockdown.
All right. I guess gas coming out. I assume it's just from a bunch of vents all around.
Yeah, the movement was really subtle, and it would have been difficult to notice right away. But unfortunately, you can't really see it because the particles aren't big enough for the sound to reverberate. So
Yeah. Well,
though, considering how this place is probably built, the whole hallway is probably just getting flooded with gas.
yeah.
So blocking out individual vents would be inefficient, probably.
Yeah. It's like we could. Okay. A better idea might just be, how far can you teleport, Crusher?
Let me double check.
I'm pretty sure all of you can teleport ridiculous distances.
I can't actually because of my own choice.
I can't teleport.
Mine doesn't say specifically, but I have the accurate.
It's
trait
based
to
on
mine.
how many ranks in it do you have?
Oh, I have
Yeah.
7. My bad.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty far.
That is half a mile. So, okay. How far is this hallway? Can I guess?
You vaguely, from what you remember, are you looking for an exact number or a rough number?
Rough number.
Okay. Roughly from what you saw before you guys started, this hallway is probably 100 feet long, and you guys had made about a third to a quarter to a third of the way through. So you got probably another 70 to 60 feet ahead.
Okay. I'm pretty sure Crusher can teleport the party. Is how much with that? Yeah, actually, yes, you can, because you can teleport up to 3 tons.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. Because gas coming in, 2 turrets. The amount of time it's going to take us to kill these turrets and the gas coming in, I don't think it's a good idea to sit and fight these things.
No.
Especially with Sasha getting just slowly whittled away by making a shield. I think a better idea is trying to teleport down the hallway.
Okay, I will definitely do that.
Okay. Would you like to hold
Lock-
your action then lockdown until after that?
Yeah, what he'll do is because he understands that accurately teleporting, he's able to do the same thing. You need a vague understanding of where you're going. He is going to behind this cover, give the best understanding of like, here's the angle, here's the distance. This is like 70 feet down is the end of the hallway. Let's aim for like 65. Let's go for this amount of distance. And he's gonna lay it all out for Crusher, like exactly where to aim a teleport. Do his best for a blind teleport jump.
Since Crusher's holding his breath, he'll give you a thumbs up. Hopefully you can see it.
Okay. All right. So to put this in mechanical game terms, you got a choice. Either you can spend your action doing your best to accurately describe this, which, depending on your level of success, will help Crusher when they teleport. Or you can just be saying this and hold your action.
I think doing my action to describe this would be better.
Okay. All right. Then I need, I think, a persuasion.
Perception, could I argue? Because that is what I...
No, because you're trying to accurately tell them with language.
Okay.
I'll say the DC for something like this is a DC 10.
Okay. Let's give it a good old try.
It's also because you're doing this under duress, I should state.
Yeah.
Easy.
Oh,
Oh, you couldn't have failed anyway.
yeah, still.
Crusher.
Granted, I was debating that and discussing it before you told me it was a DC 10.
Right. No, I mean, telling someone, like, it's roughly this, so try to hold back, you know, is not too difficult, but you're doing this in a combat sense.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Then we go to Celestine.
Sasha got hurt, right?
Yes.
All right. Get healed, my friend.
Okay, that's just enough for the two conditions that they had, so you're fine. Sasha, it's your turn. Do you do anything?
Just sustain and fill in the holes.
Okay. All right. Then turrets. Sasha, I need you to make 2 more rolls. Plus 14s.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey.
That succeeds. That succeeds.
Oh!
Yeah.
All right, you've bolstered your concrete this round, hardening it. You're getting a feeling of where the turrets are shooting now, and you're able to sense where you can thicken up your defenses, which seems to be working flawlessly for you. All right, Crusher. I think it's just a move action for your teleport. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
so.
okay.
Crusher, you grab everyone who wishes to be teleported, and you teleport. You guys teleport a couple feet in front of what appears to be a large bulkhead door, and you can hear some mechanical noises. Those who can see the turrets are like flipping down and around to point at you guys now.
Is there any gas in this part of the hallway?
Yes. As the round ends, I need you all to make a DC 20 toughness check.
Does gas mask help?
Those are the gas masks. Or I'm sorry, not toughness. This is a fortitude check.
Oh.
If the number's different, they both use stamina.
Does the
Gas mask people do not need to worry about making this check. And those who do not need to breathe either.
All right, I got a 19 then. If I can use that same roll.
My
Yeah,
4 and toughness are the same. Sorry.
Okay. You're both. You got 19 using the same roll, Celestine.
Yeah.
Oh, is your fortitude that low? Jeez.
I haven't rolled a fortitude this entire campaign so far. So I haven't been
fair.
buffing it.
Okay, that's fair. So Celestine, you start coughing and you feel your lungs beginning to burn. The gas is setting in. You suffer essentially a wound as if you've been injured.
Okay. Is this poison?
This is a poison. Kind of. Not really. It's more like caustic gas.
Okay.
It's a weakness.
All right. So, monochrome.
Okay.
Gas is starting to fill the room. Not even gas you can see, because again, it doesn't really have mass that you can easily detect, unless you can see on a microscopic scale, I suppose.
I can see dust.
You can see dust, but your sound equipment cannot.
Probably hear dust. I hear the dust falling.
Yeah, the
Yes,
dust
it
is
being
colliding
sprayed
into each
out.
other, and you can hear that.
I hear everything. It's a lot. Why he's
lot.
so grumpy all the time.
I hear everything on a microscopic level. Do you know that your atoms are always screaming?
Sucks.
But you have a large bulkhead door that's sealed in front of you guys exiting this hallway.
Let's
And you
see
got
if we
two
can get
turrets
this-
that are getting ready to give you guys some problems.
All right. Well, got any
I
funny
feel
tricks,
like-
good sir?
By funny tricks, you mean stabbing a machine? Then I
You still have-
do.
The hacking stuff, because you never officially gave it back to me.
I guess that's true. I could try to hack my way through this door. I don't know if that's a round thing.
It depends on how well you roll. Getting through this door, hacking this door in combat is going to be a difficult task.
Okay. I could try. Everyone wants that instead of attacking the door.
It's up to
probably really
you.
sturdy.
Probably a very sturdy door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, bulkheads are just like that.
Yeah.
That's
And I'll
sort
tell
of
you, the
all it's
bulkheads
made-
are sturdier than the turrets.
Yeah, and the turrets are already taking a while to break, so
Yeah. that's-
finding another way
But-
through.
Here's the thing. If we just wait for Crusher's turn, he can teleport us all to the other side of this door.
Crusher cannot. This is something you guys discovered early on when
That's
Crusher tried to
true.
teleport out of the door.
I can teleport to the other side of the door
You
just
can
fine.
teleport on the other side of the door, yes.
There's
You guys are
probably
holding
a
me
bunch
back.
of dudes waiting to get you if you do that.
That doesn't sound like it makes any sense.
No.
I'm gonna try and hack this door.
All right. So you quickly shove whatever
Wow.
USB cord into this thing and begin hacking. The DC for this is 40.
What's your hacking skill?
14.
14.
Oh,
Um,
Somebody
no.
assist? Or
No,
Um,
I can't see shit. Lockdown could
I-
potentially.
I can try to do it. I have a 19.
Yeah, this is a
If-
very complicated door to try to hack in 6 seconds. So
Yeah.
I guess could I think I can't hold that. I got advantages for this.
Do you have skill mastery for
I
technology?
do have skill mastery, not for technology, but I have teamwork. So I can try to help Lockdown do it.
That would be really helpful.
okay. Do you want aid?
I do want to aid.
I would love that.
Okay. All right. Aid. I don't remember if in this game you need to make a roll with aid or not.
I assume you do because he gets a +5 bonus to aid checks.
Okay. Yeah, you just need to make a DC 10.
Technology still, yeah.
Yes.
Cool, yeah. plus 5. So
Okay.
26.
All right. So lockdown, you have a plus 5 on your check.
Oh. Alrighty. Let's give it the good old try. It's a 30. I think the only thing I can try to do here is a good old reroll. Yeah, I need to make like a 16, huh?
I believe in you. If you hero point it,
I
you
can
only
hero
need to make a
point.
6.
Well, you need to
Alright.
make a 6 or a 16 because if you roll like an 11 or a 12.
That's
Yeah,
more
that'd be really
likely
sad.
if I hero point it.
It is more likely if you hero point it, yes.
Let's run it.
Okay. That's exactly what you not needed to roll.
That's usually what happens when I hero point. Every time
Alright.
I hero point, I get like a 10. It's so annoying.
So
sad.
you begin trying to hack. You are doing your best. You're not used to doing this in this fashion. You don't have like a display pad because that just doesn't work. So your helmet is beaming the information directly into your head, and it's really hard. And this lock is insanely difficult to do in a very stressful situation. Celestine.
Do I aid? Is it possible to aid him? I can't see what I'm doing.
Yeah, not unless you have something that can bypass visual, like, necessities.
Okay. Well, can this gas be healed?
Yes.
All right. I'm just gonna, cause I don't know if it bypasses gas mask or whatever. So I'm just gonna target everyone.
Okay. DC 10.
Ooh.
Success. You healed yourself. Who's the only one who's currently damaged.
Okay.
All right, Sasha. You currently don't have a concrete wall in front of you.
And now I do.
Okay. You make another concrete wall.
But this time it's between us and the turrets. That way everyone can like focus on the door at least.
All right. And permitting, as much space as technically possible, this will increase your bonus by an additional +1. So you'll be rolling a 15 on your toughness check.
Okay.
Which, speaking of, make for me 2 15 or +15 toughness checks, please. Again, great. You've really mastered this. Oh
my god!
All right.
Guys, I actually realized concrete's really hard.
I know.
All right. At the end of the round, because we don't need to worry about Crusher at this point. I don't think Crusher has
Damn.
anything they can do.
Well,
I just
smash
need
the
Crusher and I need Celestine to make another fortitude check. This time, the DC is 25.
Gee, guys, hurry up. Guys.
Oh,
Here's my idea. I could use my poison on you to kill this poison. Because you can't be poisoned twice. Everyone knows that.
True.
That was very unfortunate for you to roll that.
Is this a hero point moment?
That might be because that is 4 degrees of failure.
Yeah, that might knock you out.
That will make you incapacitated.
All right, that's a hero point moment.
Yeah, you never want a 4 degrees of failure, any kind of weakness check. Oh, nice one.
oh my god!
15?
All right. Yeah, 15.
Oh, okay, phew.
One less
Yeah.
degree of failure.
That's fair, true. So that's 3 degrees of failure, which means you take a -1 to future checks. and you're staggered. You become staggered, which means if you become staggered twice, you go down.
Okay.
And that also makes you dazed.
What is it's like the action or movement thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Crusher, you're starting to feel the pain a little bit. You take a -1 to future rolls.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. You succeeded. I'm getting my DCs mixed up.
Oh, okay.
So you're fine for now. For now.
Oh.
But, all right. So, are we doing our aid hacking shenanigans again?
Yeah.
I think
I think we gotta.
I'm going to do a different type of aid.
Okay.
I will be using a hero point to inspire. To give everybody a +1 or +5 on all checks until the start of the next turn.
Okay.
Let's go, leader.
Yeah,
What do you do?
Up
What do you do to
until this-
inspire?
So up until this point, I was sort of like focusing on I was helping out by like whispering to Lockdown over here about the keypad and everything, but then I see it going really badly for everybody all of a sudden, and I think I use my new power, my whispers in the shadow, to telepathically connect to people, and everyone hears like overlapping, discordant, and chaotic whispers in your head, just sort of filling your mind as you get, and then Lockdown's voice sort of cuts through the whispers a little to just sort of like actively trying to suppress the whispers in each of your heads, just sort of giving you like, we're getting close, we just have to hold on,
Okay,
you all
give
made it here, I know we
Monochrome's
can
voice.
get out.
No, the cacophony turns into Lockdown
Yeah,
voice.
lockdown.
Whatever. Who's even who?
Who
Everyone
am
does.
I? Who am
Everyone
I?
does it. I don't know what it is. These two names, they're too close. They're not.
Do
But-
you know who I am? I am.
Yeah, but for Lockdown in particular, I'm not suppressing the voices because my intelligence comes from the voices. So I want to try to sort of guide the voices to whisper tech tips to Lockdown to give the wisdom of the shadows over here.
Okay, sure.
Celestine responds by coughing up a lung.
I give you a thumbs up, but I'm completely hidden in the darkness.
I also can't see.
Yep.
By chance, is the DC a little easier now that it's like I've been spending more time hacking?
Yes, actually, I was already thinking about that. The DC is now 38.
Oh, it's a little better.
Yep. It'll go down by 2 to a minimum of DC 30. That's not enough.
I got the same thing. Eventually, when it gets down to DC 30, I'll make it.
Got it. Locked in.
I will be dead by then.
All right.
Yeah.
Speaking
Guys,
of,
I have another hero point that I can do it if we really need it here.
Couldn't have just rolled like 3 better.
Didn't you? Oh, you have another hero point. I see.
Yeah.
I would have liked to roll non 11.
Would you like to use that hero point for lockdown then?
Am I allowed to?
Normally no, but considering you're currently aiding with your inspire, I'll say your shadows are giving great advice.
Yeah, I think I would like to do that.
Okay.
Yes,
That's really good because that's
My
actually a
God.
17.
That never happens.
So
I
10
was
more than that.
expecting a
That's
10.
36. DC
Plus
was 38.
Plus 5. Plus
Plus
5.
five.
Oh, plus
Yeah.
5. Plus 5.
Yep,
That's right.
plus
That's right.
5.
Plus
How dare you,
5.
Cam?
Okay, phew.
All right, so the whispers start coming through to you, Lockdown. You hear what sounds really chaotic at first, and you're already like stressed. You're trying to process information straight to your brain, a way that your humans are not really designed to do. The madness starts to help. You feel like your brain is starting to make more sense of the information, as if the whispers are telling you like more of how to think rather than what to do. And as you manage to do so, the door opens. As it does so, you're all blasted with light, as this room actually does have some light in it.
Oh. Sunglasses are already up.
Yeah.
God, I have a transition lenses.
It takes a brief moment for those who do not innately have some form of dark vision, which most of you don't, to see what looks to be like a control room with a bunch of guys in like military doctor clothing, you know, like not fatigues, but they're not wearing like doctor jackets either, you know. They're wearing a variety of like clean clothes, very professional looking, as they all are looking in your guys' direction, and they're already like making calls out and doing stuff like that. The room is awash with chaos. You can see the green caustic gas kind of leaking into the room. One of them, you know, not wanting the gas to get in here where they are, slams a button and the gas turns off. What do y'all do?
Everyone, you all have plus 5s.
And
Make
Monochrome,
use
you're
of it.
now in light mode.
Oh no!
So not only are we bombed by the normal light, we're flash bombed by monochrome.
Just the light.
Guys!
You see very briefly like a conglomerate of shadows, and then all of a sudden it just sort of explodes into a bright person. Very instantly, much more confident and sane.
What do you guys do? We're no longer in combat mode.
Yeah. Well, glad to actually be able to see. Stands up, probably just hands back the hacking tool.
I take it and then immediately hand it back to Celestine because I no longer have that skill set.
You go to hand it back to her. She's kind of just staring into the room, 1,000-yard stare.
I could do something about this if I had a hero point.
I don't know if you could.
I guess good to see the people responsible for all this, but we do intend to leave.
Does anyone in this group of people look like they're in charge?
Not to your eye. They don't seem to have any like special decoration.
Can
Sorry?
Can I make a insight check on sort of the people in this room and like their place in the organization?
You don't have
Actually,
to,
same.
because you know who these people are, at least a few of them.
Oh no.
Yeah. These guys are in charge of the site. And a couple of them you recognize as various researchers who've worked on you over the years. One of whom you recognize and dread the most. You don't know his name, but he is a elderly gentleman, probably in his late 50s, early 60s. He is... His dry, wrinkled skin tight against his rather lithe and kind of scrawny form. He looks like he's in generally good health, though. He's not like emaciated, but he's definitely like been weathered, is a really great word to describe this man. He's got balding white hair. He's wearing a very like well put together outfit. And he's looking at you with a look you've seen many, many times in the past. One of distinct cold indifference.
I take like half a step back, but I like puff my chest out and say to everyone in the room, doctors, it's been a long time. Like very poorly trying to conceal my unwillingness to be here.
I take it there's a history. Looks over monochrome.
I just nod.
Cool.
The gentleman gets up from his seat where he was monitoring everything and begins moving in y'all's direction.
I take like a few steps back until I'm at like the back of the group, and I realize that there's not really much else to go.
Crusher will be in front of you just to protect you, to make you feel
Sasha.
better.
I just out of curiosity,
Sure.
just looking at this old man, I'm not gonna make the mistake of underestimating somebody just being old. I am going to assessment.
Okay, so go ahead and make a insights check. Okay. And I need to roll his deception. Yeah, that seems accurate. Yeah. Okay. You win with 2 degrees of success. So, his attack and defense bonuses are worse than yours. With each additional degree of success, you learn one of the target's bonuses exactly. So is it referring to...
I assume the attack and defenses.
Yeah, okay. So you learn... I'll give you your choice. Do you want to know is it exact attack bonus or defense bonus?
Defense bonus.
Okay. Dodge or parry? Or toughness?
Let's go parry.
Okay. Looking at the man in front of you now, he doesn't seem particularly armed. And with the confidence he walks and knowing that his whole base of operation is about dealing with potentially world-ending individuals, he probably has some tricks up his sleeve. But you do learn that he currently has a parry bonus of +0.
Yeah, he has something. But yeah, Lockdown
Next.
is not moving, like, from where he was standing, like, at the front. He, like, already had a hand, like, on his weapons. And he, like, keeps it there. And he just is watching him as he approaches.
Okay.
I'm standing to the left of the door, like back to the wall, kind of just like shaking and cowering.
So he kind of walks up to you and he kind of looks you all over, kind of raising his eyebrow as he scans across you all. Well, are you going to leave or are you here for something?
The plan is to leave. And I assume we will have the ability to teleport out of here. Didn't have that ability beforehand.
Considering the technology you must have used in order to get here, I'm assuming you reverse engineered our light transportation device, which should work in this room. Yes. He looks at you. You get this weird situation that he knows too much. Like he
Don't like
knows exactly what you did to get here and everything. Before you feel this man's intelligence is remarkable, to say the least.
Mm.
So, do so. You've already escaped. There's not much more we can do.
And after that, once we leave,
I'm sure you know.
this will repeat.
Subject 117 is remarkably stable. Well, relatively speaking, compared to the others. And is an asset that is lawfully owed to us.
Owed? What do you mean?
He kind of like... He does that thing where he kind of like licks his teeth with his mouth closed, you know? That kind of a gesture. Individuals with physics-breaking powers have great potential to cause harm to everyone around them. We specialize in those who have abilities that pertain to light or near light speeds. One where if one of their atoms were to collide with something else could cause nuclear explosions. 117 doesn't happen to be one of those cases. So, I feel no need to detonate this base at this time.
He has a name. You know?
I don't think, Crusher, he considers him that. He's just a number on a sheet. There's no convincing someone like that.
What an asshole.
I think you misunderstand. Referring to that thing as 117 only demonstrates the connection we have. Nothing is personal. They are just an individual who falls into our purview. Nothing more, nothing less. If there was a way to remove their powers and reintroduce them into society, we would have done so a long time ago.
What about lessen instead of remove? That way they could still be a hero if they wanted to without being destructive.
Well, 117's stability is one of the reasons why more drastic measures haven't been taken yet. But we don't know how long that will last. I'm sure you saw how they were when you first entered into this place. How they acted.
I could say how I heard. Not gonna lie, I couldn't see shit up until now. So I have no idea, appearance-wise, what they were. For like maybe a brief second at most. But I will take your word for it. Come on, just like tugs on Celestine's feelers. We should probably try to get out of here.
At this point, I sort of like steel my nerves and I push through the group again and I point at him and I say, I'm only what you made me.
You're welcome. You were
You keep-
something much more chaotic and destructive before.
Destructive? I can't even sit with the lights off anymore.
So you weren't born with your other abilities?
No. I was more normal before.
You know that's not true, 117.
I was more normal than this.
Were you? We never got to properly deploy you into the field. But based on the abilities of your dark self, you want to tell me you were normal?
I didn't have to worry about that before.
Not when you were a child, no. But that darkness seeps into you like a poison. By creating this duality between your two sides, you can find at least some reprieve from that darkness while you're in your emotions to you vaguely light form. You don't have to worry about that. You're completely segregated.
No, now I just have to worry about nighttime.
It's true.
Constantly on the run.
It's true. At least you have the day. That's what we managed to give you at this point. If we'd left you as you were, the darkness would have eventually consumed you. You would have become a monster.
Then why couldn't you just leave it at that? I left, I escaped, and you brought me back.
Because, 117, your stability is something that we need. There's others like you who don't have the same privileges. Plus, we don't know if this stability is going to last forever. We have no idea how age plays into anything, or the like. Your powers have been throttled dramatically. Though no one would know, considering what you're capable of. There's too much on the line. But your desire is natural. You're going to fight for it and do what you do anyway. I can't reason you into captivity. So, we'll continue playing this game. keep running, keep trying to have a life. Just pray that we don't need to take things any further. Because if we do, we won't be as kind next time. We've given the proper amount of resources to try to subdue you up until this point. And despite what you might think, I'm no monster. I won't kill you if I don't have to. And we have the additional benefits that now that you've decided to go and make yourself a hero in name, become publicly known, the judge has his eye upon you now too. So even if you do go out of control, it's not like we don't have any options. We didn't account for your friend's ingenuity in this situation. A blunder I won't make a second time. But take heart. No, you won today. You get to escape and live in the outside a little bit longer.
I look down and just am clearly very conflicted about what to do.
Celestine's gonna come up, kind of wrap her arms around your left arm, gonna stare into your eyes, give you a knowing look. Come on. We said we're allowed to leave. Let's just go.
I just nod and turn to leave, not facing them anymore.
Because you have to step into the room to be able to use it, because it's usable in there.
Well, I mean, your device normally works in most places. So, it's only in the zone that they created, the dark zone, rather, that you couldn't use your teleportation device, essentially.
Mm.
Though, I'm going to tell you, if you're going to teleport that way, you may want to heal.
True.
That's true.
Because last time you guys got lucky and arrived backwards in time.
But I'm gonna spread my wings out so they just can't see it here and see what we're doing. I know that they know how we got here, but I still don't want them to see it.
Sure.
As healing is happening, Lockdown is in his helmet thinking. He's an intelligent man. The wild card, at least from sounds like he's thinking. This doctor. It sounds like what this guy is pitching is you can temporarily leave. However, you're gonna forever be chased and caught. That sounds like an awful deal. And he's
True.
Looking around this room there has to be a catch somewhere. There has to be a little thing we could put into motion, because what I'd love to do is to save my friend, because my friend is owned, and you know what I am? Selfish and have never been very good with the law.
Right.
I have to share my friends? No.
The concept of ownership, I've never been very good with that. He is thinking through, because his first thought is to kill this old man.
Mm-hmm.
But then he's I have no understanding of this organization. he's talking about striking back harder. Is he the head of like the snake, or is he like a head of a hydra? That's his immediate thought. He's like trying to work through a puzzle that he doesn't have all the pieces to.
You definitely are at a disadvantage in the situation.
But would having a good lawyer help us in any regard? We worked so hard to get this, man. We may as well use him in every instance.
Yeah.
His other idea right now is like, man, how funny would it be to still set off that on-site nuke? God, that'd be hilarious.
The only downside I could see with you setting it off is they know that you're able to do that. Which means you wouldn't be able to do it a second time if we had to come back and get him again.
I mean, just purely as like the, but that's, again, it's a move that he's just like, man, if I'm gonna kill this old man, that'd be really nice. I want to do that. It's the idea of, well, if I do anything, is he gonna hit back harder?
Unfortunately, you don't know. There's just a lot. There's a lot of things. Considering Lockdown's very intelligent, I'll try to frame this the best I can. This guy is not so intensely interested in keeping Monochrome like in prisons that he's willing to throw everything away to do so. It seems, though, his cold indifference definitely could be some kind of ploy that, you know, capturing Monochrome is not on their top like priority list of things to do. And considering that once you've gotten this far, he's just kind of like letting y'all leave, he's probably weighed the risks to just capturing Monochrome and has decided it's not worth it for whatever damages y'all can do. So there's not really much more, and this guy's level of confidence, or at the very least, like the lack of tell in his face, means there's probably not a lot you could do outright right now, at the very least, that, you know, besides detonating the site. But doing so, you know, would be impossible from outside of this place.
Yeah.
You can't even teleport normally in or out of this place.
Exactly.
So, that being said, if you're willing to sacrifice yourself to get back at this guy and everyone else who lives here, then yeah, that probably is not a move they would be expecting, to say the least.
Why, the true wild card.
Yeah.
The only other plan is like, well, thank God you're made of light, because that means you already don't have fingerprints, Monochrome. Ready to go off the lamp?
Ooh. I burned my fingerprints off. I burned my whole body off.
Oh,
I can find your identification. Let's make you a non-person.
He's already not a person, actually.
Yeah.
Let's make you a double non-person to this group. This group, you don't exist anymore.
But yeah, unfortunately, that's about as much as you can possibly estimate, given everything you've seen up until this point.
Yeah. All right. Then he goes along with the idea of escaping for now. He's just going to have to put in some contingencies for later.
As we're going, I'm sort of being held a bit by Celestine, I'd like pause and like work up a bit of courage, and I turn back and I say, "You, that number, you always called me by it. What number are you on now?"
That's not information you get to know.
Hero point, alter the scene. That guy has his computer open.
Hero point, give this guy a consciousness.
No. There's a guy. He's working. He has his workstation open. He's multitasking. You can see. He's editing a document.
And he also has like a smaller windowed tab that's just incognito porn.
Bro, that's not workplace safe. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's very
We're getting HR in
unprofessional.
here.
They're at the bottom of the ocean. They obviously don't get out often.
But like, this is in the workplace. This is like an office with like 5 other people.
Yeah, he's on the clock right now.
Maybe they have a super libertarian, like, as long as you get the job done, do what you want.
He is peak multitasking.
I just sort of like pause, deep in thought, weighing my options, and then I turn back around and go to leave with everyone else again.
Crusher, put a hand on your shoulder.
Okay. Do y'all use the light dimension to leave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Making sure we're all holding hands or however we're connected, so we don't lose each other because we can't see each other.
And I can't wait for us to step into this dimension and be surrounded by 100 special ops agents, and or have my body just dissolve into this dimension as a whole.
I mean, I assume
Oh,
they
God.
got you here through that dimension, so you'll be fine.
My powers were nullified.
Oh yeah. Just nullify them again.
Off we go, friends. To freedom.
Little daisy chain and all feelers wrap around everyone.
As he's walking through, as much as Sasha understands what this man is doing, he also understands that this man is a complete ass at the same time. So he does like flip him off as he steps through the portal,
Yeah.
knowing it's not going to do much but makes him feel better.
Okay. And you all leave. Rather than going through the whole mechanic again, I think it would be incredibly late for you to just be like, oh, some of you just die. So, you know,
Would be funny though.
it would be funny.
Can we
Would be
do it
funny
as a
if everyone got
hypothetical?
out, but I died.
That would be awful.
We could like split the timelines cam and just see what would happen.
Sure. All right. Let me.
What happens to me in this dimension? Is it bright here?
Can I do?
No, we
negative?
can't.
I think it was more like
Perceive
a
them.
void, wasn't it? It was like a weird void.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't see anything, but like Lockdown's helmet is able to peer through to be able to guide us.
Yeah.
So like, what does that mean for me?
What does that mean for? Well, it's not like 3-dimensional space. So you can't see in the space because there's no space to see in.
Yeah, but am I in a mode, or are my powers like shut off, basically.
I it depends on the role because you technically can spend negative time in this space. So
Wild.
it might not even happen. We'll see.
Everyone kill me.
Yep, you guys go 13 minutes into the past.
Privately rolled some dice.
Oh, private again. Sure.
Hmm.
It was
Guys,
a
I
negative
can't believe
13.
we discovered a consistent way of traveling slightly back in time. We
Should
can
use
use this
this more
every time we
often.
make any slight mistake.
Yep. You accidentally
yeah.
burn your pancakes, go back in time.
Perfect.
Oh, damn it. I got a little too excited for this meal I made. I ate it too quickly, burned myself because I didn't let it cool down. Now I'm not even going to be able to taste the rest of it, which makes it like, what's the point? Let's just go back.
All right. So, with that being said, we are pretty much at the 2-hour mark right now. And Alex, I think, just had to dip for his... he's got, like, a company thing he's going to for, like, 30 minutes. I don't even think he made a message, did he? No.
It says gonna leave at 5:56.
Oh, he did say that, yeah. All right, I'm going to be back in about 30 minutes-ish. So,
We'll take our break and get rid of half of his time going.
yeah, I feel like that's a good thing to do. So we'll be right back in about 10-15 minutes. All right, we're back. Took an extended break, and Alex is still not back, but you know, we can just finish things up, kind of try to tie a bow on things here. So you all get back. Funny enough, because I'm pretty sure. 1 second here. This would be some hilarious time shenanigans.
Oh, cam music stopped
Oh.
while you were gone.
I see.
You're trying to figure out if we get back before we left.
No, I'm trying to see if you guys get back around the time that you guys left, because that would be hilarious.
Time paradox started.
Because, let's see here.
We went back in the past like 10 minutes.
If it took
right?
us more than 21 minutes, because we went back 18 minutes and just now 13 minutes.
Was it 18 minutes before?
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll trust you on that. I was looking for it. So it was 18 minutes. You guys went back in time. You guys had your whole conversation. Then the battle, then the travel through the hallways, dealing with the turrets, and then that final conversation. Yeah, I think, honestly, if anything, it's only like a couple minutes after you initially left. Because the combats weren't long. They were over in like 30 seconds top. But there's the initial conversation, which was probably a good amount of time. And then that final conversation, which was at least like 20, 30 minutes. So, like, you guys gained 31 minutes, and I think you spent just like maybe 10 minutes more than that overall.
That's crazy.
That's funny. I like that. But yeah. So you go back to the hotel, and I'm assuming you guys head to Lockdown's base after that.
Do we come in with into someone occupying the room? Or is it still empty?
No, because you guys like rented it for the day.
Oh yeah.
So, no one's in the room besides yourselves.
So as soon as we exit the portal, I will just kind of launch myself at Lockdown and give him a tight hug with like wings wrapping around.
Lockdown or
No,
monochrome?
fuck, monochrome.
I was wondering.
Why? Why does this keep happening?
It's not so easy, is it?
It's not.
The Crusher will give Monochrome a hug.
I'll just whisper. I'm sorry. You went through all that. Not just this past week. I know more than anyone how awful it is to be experimented on.
Thank you, but it's not your fault. There's no reason for you to apologize.
It's more of an apology of sympathy.
At this point, I'm more just worried about how many other people they might be doing things to after me, and even now.
I wish we could take them down. I hated those assholes.
But just like my parents, it seems like they're doing good things along with awful, terrible things. Because, I
But-
mean,
Yeah.
a nuclear explosion going off in a populated area because your atoms collided wrong. Awful. I don't know what we could do about them, especially with the judge and then probably, are they a government organization?
Maybe. You guys don't really know. That's what the
Doesn't-
theories were online.
It was more asking to Monochrome.
Oh, my bad.
I don't really know that much about the like organizational stuff of them. I was sort of just brought in and they experimented on me in-house, and there wasn't much outside influence from that.
Feels icky to say they do good after what you described.
As
They,
much as I would agree with Monochrome to go in and save those kids, we also have to keep in mind they did, in a sense, help him. Was it a good side of help? No. But you're able to be a hero now.
But they should have asked before doing that to him.
Did they ask your parents?
no, I honestly, I don't have many memories that I can think back on before all of that. It feels like it was ages ago. It's too long ago for me to piece much together. But I know I was taken without knowing what was happening, and they keep saying that I was dangerous before, but I'm fairly certain I was not really a threat to anyone at that point. I honestly couldn't do much.
Was there any truth that you know of to the darkness consuming you?
I find how they describe it hard to believe. It's, if anything, it feels like it started trying to consume me after all that they did to me. I have to constantly fight it now, but as long as the lights are on, it's not much of a struggle. Sort of keeps them at bay.
It's good to know. I wish you would have been able to tell us this under different circumstances.
If I had it my way, I probably never would have had to be in that state ever again, but it doesn't seem like it's that easy to avoid it anymore.
We'll do our best to make sure you're not. We're a team now. You can trust us. I mean, Lockdown and I just spent the past week cracking that travel through that dimension just for you.
I appreciate it.
Of course. Now, what's your favorite type of food? We're going there. My treat. Unless you just want to go back and rest.
I don't know. I don't really try many types of food. I feel like this last bit of time I've been with you guys has been the most indulgent I've been on that end.
Oh, come on, there's gotta be something you want to try at least once.
Yeah.
Well, I always sort of wanted to try. There's this shawarma place that I fly by every once in a while.
Oh, is that the one in downtown?
Yeah.
Yo, that
Oh my
place is
God.
good.
You have to. We're going. Oh, I see you finally come out of the portal lockdown.
I just want to know. I would have been back earlier, but some absolute dumbass driving a semi truck decided it would be a really good idea to try to make an incredibly tight turn in Main Street in slush weather.
Ah,
Oof.
And I assume it went great for him.
It went so great, and he definitely didn't get stuck completely for like, almost 10 minutes.
Jesus.
Yeah,
As all go, we had an extended break anyway.
it seemed like it. Like I was like, all right, let's go. And then I was stuck behind a semi truck, and it was made worse by I don't want to cast any aspersions, but everyone who pulled this maneuver was a pickup truck driver. But all of them immediately decided to try to pull a let me drive around the semi and go into oncoming traffic, thus making him trying to drive out of it worse. And then right when he went past the light, he stopped in the middle of the road and put on his hazards. And then I had to go around him. But then everyone kept driving around me, and I had no avenue of actually going around him for a little bit. And it was fucking aggravating.
That sounds aggravating.
I don't
I'm
get road
sorry.
rage, but I was mad.
That sounds like a time for anyone to get road rage.
So yes, I am back.
We're having a heartfelt moment.
Sounded like it with a shawarma reference. I got that reference.
I think we all got that reference. If you don't get that 2012 Avengers reference, what are you even doing?
You gotta end your superhero campaign with getting shawarma.
Yeah.
True.
hell yeah.
I assume that I didn't miss much.
Nope.
No,
Nah.
not really. Mostly it's just discussing monochrome situation.
And if we're gonna try taking down that organization or not, which I think was a no.
Honestly, before we do anything else, can we please just make sure our lawyer's in the loop? We
That's
got him
true.
for a reason.
Yeah, let's definitely
All
talk
right.
to him about this. But let's get food.
Yeah, I'll call him up.
Yeah, just invite him.
What do you guys think is the best shawarma? I don't even know much about it.
Don't worry, we'll get you educated.
Yeah. I'll call him up. Hey, Faro, you busy?
No, why?
You want to get some shawarma? And get updated on what's been happening this past week?
Sure. Sounds like something interesting happened more than just some vacation. I mean, besides, yeah, I know Monochrome was kidnapped, but considering you're celebrating, I'm assuming you got him back.
He's back.
Good. All right, I'll meet you there.
All right. And I'll text him the address.
All right.
All right, who's driving?
Armored cars.
Have a detailed suit up sequence to go into battle.
Multiple guns, and then we just get some food.
The lamb is really good.
Alright, we pile into the armored cars and head down.
All right. So, I mean, that's a pretty good leaving off point, but if there's anything you all want to do, after the fact, otherwise I can go into like the chapter 1 epilogue.
As we're finishing up food.
Yep.
Oh, lockdown.
Hmm.
I'm gonna call in that favor now.
Uh-oh.
You're to join the team officially. You're no longer just, what was the word? Advising?
Consulting.
Consulting.
Ah.
You're an official solar flare. You don't get to just crack photon dimensional travel for a week to save one person. Expect to not be part of the team anymore.
That doesn't seem like a favor, though. That's a pretty big decision that he has to make. I don't want to force anything onto him if he's not ready for it.
Here's the thing. I was planning to do a bit more of the like hope it wasn't brought up thing, but fight it if it was brought up. That's just my style. An actual spring something on me I can't get out of, a kind of contract manipulation, that is my style. You actually got one over on me, so it is a deal. So sure.
Yes!
I stand up a little and raise my hand toward the owner, and I say, one more round of skewers all around. And then I sit back down and I lean over to Celestine. I go, again, I don't have like a job. I can't pay for any of this.
It's okay.
And I like could pay for all of this. I have the money, but I am going to mooch.
Yeah, I expected this. I mean, I offered to pay for the entire thing before we even got here, so order as much food as you want. It's a celebratory day.
That's good, because I was going to Venmo request you the exact receipt.
I've already paid for it. What do you mean? Why are you Venmoing me?
In case you didn't offer.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You got out of the portal late.
The light dimension's weird.
Yeah. You were the one leading us, too. That is weird.
Yeah.
Looks over at Crusher, so how you feeling about being a hero?
I didn't expect anything that happened to all of us, but I don't regret it though. I really like being with you guys. And he gives a genuine smile.
I pat Crusher on the shoulder and I say, well, I'm glad you're here as well. The team would definitely be worse off without you.
Well, I couldn't do anything without you guys, honestly.
I mean, if anything, raises his own glass and motions towards Monochrome. This all started because of you. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't all be sitting here.
Well, that's might be true in a sense, but saying, hey, let's join my team is something really anyone could do, but you all stepped up to the challenge and really put in the effort and made it work. This whole endeavor sort of really made me realize how hard it would be for me to do this without all of you guys. I don't really have the skill set for running a team. but I could try my best. I have a skill set for making friends, and I put my arms around the two people next to me who at this point I guess are Canon, Celestine, and Crusher.
Hey, I think you're an amazing leader. A lot better than I'd be.
Don't get me wrong, we still talk you down sometimes, but that's what a team's for. We keep each other in check from going too crazy.
Yeah.
That's true. And to be fair, I'm only an amazing leader when I have hero points to spare. I look
Huh?
directly into the camera.
I'm
Huh?
not sure
What?
you're talking about, but okay.
What is he talking about?
Is the darkness coming back?
Is he okay?
Oh, no,
Hey, can we turn the lights up in here?
Why is it flickering?
We get some more this bread. It's really good.
That's
You
where
know-
the next villain gets introduced, metatextual. And he shows you
Oh.
like cosmic insight that we're in a TTRPG.
Oh god.
What do you mean I have 2 injuries? That's internal bleeding.
You fool, you're dazed. -1 on your next injury check. What does that mean, you monster?
You fiend! Stop assigning numerical values to all of my abilities.
I see. You have a +12 to your attack.
What the hell is he talking about?
You fool, you've put so much into your attack score that your effect is hardly worth mentioning.
Oh, this would be such a great villain because all you have to do is go find somebody on the forums and have them make a horrifying min-max monster because he has the powers of like meta knowledge of the system. He's min-maxed himself.
True.
That's the final boss.
He just looks at your character sheet. Oh, I'm gonna erase this number and make this lower.
Oh, that's
Uh-oh.
it's just a Vampire the Masquerade Malkavian.
Uh-oh, what's this section here? Earned power points? What if
You don't
I
need those.
subtracted from it? Ooh.
It'd be awful to fight.
It's a great villain.
Okay. Anything else?
That I can think of.
I think we're good, just laughing and chatting.
Yep.
Okay. It's a great way to end the story. So, you all go on. You don't necessarily form like an official hero group, but you become a well-known vigilante group in Emerald City. Though, despite your heroics and everything you've done, you still have the looming threats of whatever the CEO is cooking up and the possible connections to Tremley Labs. And we've only gotten a glimpse into the backstory of Monochrome. Is it true? Will he remain stable and continue to live on a life? How much more escalation is the Black Site willing to do? And as well, what about Sasha? Sasha was also experimented on. Many more stories lie ahead for our heroes. But those will have to take place another time. That'll be the end of our one-shot campaign, short campaign for Mutants and Masterminds, 3rd edition.
Whoa.
We all sit around the table, enjoying our shawarma, when all of a sudden we see a group of villains running past down the street with giant bags, burlap sacks with money signs on them, freshly stolen from the bank, and cop cars whizzing by, chasing after them. They'll glance over at each other knowingly and then rip our clothes off to reveal the superhero suits underneath. Freeze frame.
It's a good image. So, officially live. What's all y'all's opinions on Mutants and Masterminds?
One fight systems can go crazy if they don't have like hard limits on things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is still the opinion we all really shared, I think, last session of like, this game is very cool, objectively very cool. I have looked into other superhero games after before we started doing this and since during this game. I think Mutants and Masterminds is honestly the coolest game. I've seen a good number. There's like a couple Marvel games. There's one that's like vaguely similar to Mutants and Masterminds, actually. I think it's very clear they took some inspiration. The difference is that instead of like make your own power, the way they simplify it is like, all right, now you can cosplay as any Marvel character that exists. And it's like, now it's boring.
Yeah.
You want to make your own power. But it's like, okay, now how do you make a mechanic of creating your own superpower? And I feel like this is the way you do it. And man, is that a tough thing to actually write out?
Yeah, it's sort of like, I think they did it good. It's just, you gotta make sure going into it, everyone's on the same page. Talk to your players, have them all agree to do like Justice League level or street level superheroes, and so they know what to aim for. It's very easy to overshoot if you just go all out making a cool hero. And then there's just a couple powers here and there that really are way too powerful for their cost.
Yeah, I mean, I would say movement overall is just way too easy to get super fast movement. Like, I know that's like the whole Flash thing, but movement is very powerful in any kind of like anything, really.
Yeah, I noticed that back in the day when I was just making characters without playing, where I got to a point where I was like, I don't see why I would ever make a character and not give them a few ranks in speed just cause.
Well, a few ranks is something, but like when it's like anything more than 5 ranks, it gets a little ridiculous.
I mean, that's so cheap though.
I know.
But then there's also like insubstantial, which we figured out was absurdly OP for being just a couple points. There's like, you could do immunity in a way that does crazy stuff.
Yeah, players, you might have to go in with the expectation of your DM possibly telling you, hey, you made a character a little too strong for this campaign. Tone it back a bit.
Yeah, the game is very heavily dependent on the DM stepping in to tell you not to do something.
Yeah, do not take it personally.
I think literally the book says, like, in a million different places, like, ask your GM if you can do this. Because you can do it, but if your GM tells you no, then don't do it. Like, man, equipment and especially base building gets out of hand immediately. Like, it's crazy.
And Booter, this was your game that you chose.
It was.
Were you? How satisfied were you with it? The experience?
It was everything that I hoped for and more.
Would you recommend the game to other people?
I would, as long as it's a group that's played together for a good amount of time and has a sort of rapport going, and they're comfortable agreeing to certain settings and limiting themselves to the settings they agreed upon. That's like the prereq for this game. But if you can do it, I think it's worth it. I think there's a lot of cool stuff you can do. I've made a lot of really cool, not broken heroes. It's doable. But you just gotta try to do it.
Yeah, overall, my opinions on it is it's a really good game because it gives you all the tools to make a really good game, but the game has zero guardrails. Character failure just in design is very possible. Characters getting out of scope. Some of the rules can be a little ambiguous and hard to utilize sometimes. This game is really, really cool because it really gives you unlimited potential. I mean, if you mastered the system, you could do all kinds of things. And you could bend the rules and really make characters that go above and beyond what you could do in like any other tabletop. It's a game that literally feels like it has infinite potential, but that it doesn't necessarily have any accessibility. It's a lot, and players who are not as comfortable like managing the numbers are going to struggle, while other players who are more like willing to like jump in and really play with the math, they're going to make characters who are going to like far outstrip everyone else. So, you know, if you like advanced tabletop, and if you want to really bite into a game that takes all the guardrails off and lets you really do like whatever you want, I think this is a really great game. Green Ronin has done a really good job of like an interesting point buy where your characters can make some really cool abilities. Something you can't really do in like any other kind of tabletop. It's really fantastic. We had some fun stories, and the superhero narrative is just, it's really fun because we had our campy, you know, villains. We had some good times. We did our best to kind of tell an interesting story, but there was definitely some times where the rules were kind of getting in the way. And like as a GM especially, you have to do a lot of heavy lifting when it comes to like what works, what doesn't work. And you know, like even if a GM like me can struggle with it, who's been doing this forever, and who a lot of people here and other people would say is a pretty good GM in general, then I can't even imagine trying to do this yourself, like with very little GM experience. So
it's definitely an advanced game. And honestly, it's like we were sort of held back by the fact that we're doing it as a live thing to like be like, what is the legitimate experience of this game? Because if you're at home, you're comfortable DMing and stuff, there are a lot of times when you could just make up the rule instead of searching for it for half an hour. But like for us, that's not sort of what we're doing.
For sure. But like you also can't rate a game based on what you can make up about it.
It's very much like flawed in that way. It doesn't make it any easier to play. And then like for character creation, like if you're willing to get into it, all of us sort of had fairly basic, straightforward powers. like no one did anything super crazy with stuff. Like I feel like
Except for
lockdown.
monochrome.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't even that crazy.
You
like
made a
two-
whole second power set with each of your powers.
Yeah, you have two
Yeah.
two power sets and the same amount of power points that all of us have. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Mhm. But like none of us touched on linked powers at all. Or like I was the only one that did alternate powers, and even then I only did it for specifically one thing all the way through. Like you can do alternate powers to do a bunch of other cool stuff. I think Lockdown showed off equipment really cool and did that well.
Equipment is very fun. I like how it feels a little wonky at first because it's like powers but different, and to that point I'm just like,
Yeah.
because my one often like point where I get annoyed in like a tabletop game is where I'm like, okay, why did you make 2 or 3 steps in a game that's imagination land that essentially wrap around to the same place? Like, I don't see the reason for like equipment being handled the way it is to wrap around to be
Yeah.
the way it is.
It should honestly probably be something more like, it's like equipment points is probably too much. Because
It doesn't make sense.
yeah,
Like,
you should just pay the normal amount of power points for it and then have it be the flaw that it's removable.
yes, like honestly, having like, or just a tag that now it is an equipment tag, and like that's it, and like it comes with different thing maybe, and like because that now all you do is you can add a basic set of tags to the pool for flaws and advantages for a power, and now it's like, okay, and if this is a equipment, here you go. It's like boom, that's so easy. Instead, it's like, all right, now there are 3 more steps you got to do to wrap it around, and it's like, okay, what does this actually achieve? Essentially, this is a power with 3 more steps to create it, and that's stupid.
Yeah, and what it
I
achieves
don't
is it makes
understand
it like unreasonably more powerful than just having a normal power. Because
Yeah.
to get
see-
equipment, you need to buy equipment points, which is 1 power point equals 5 equipment points.
Yes.
And equipment points are literally just power points, but exclusively for equipment.
Right.
So you just quintuple your power points on top of giving all of your powers a flaw innately that reduces the cost.
Which-
Yeah. Honestly,
I at least think they could adjust that. I don't see the reason to do it this way
yeah.
Yeah.
at all.
And then if you get into bases, you spend your equipment points to get base points, which is another 1 to 5. And then a time machine. A time machine is 5 base points. It's 1/5 of a power point to get a time machine in your base.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff that feels like through some lenses it makes a lot of sense. It's just like, all right, I want to make, like Nick Fury and Shield.
I did that once. I made Nick Fury and the entire Shield organization out of 1 level 10, which is the base level that it suggests you start at character, which probably shouldn't be a thing you can do.
It's
An entire military organization in 1 character.
yeah, but like unless you're getting like subordinates like minions and stuff like that, they can't really handle more serious threats. So like a lot of the base stuff is purely like narrative. It's purely story.
Yeah.
So it's something that like it makes a lot of sense when you're viewing it from a group of people who are very good at role playing and you're like, oh, I want to have this thing, but I don't want to spend a bunch of points on it. It's just like, if you're going to be Batman, sure, here's how you can do a lot of things where you can feel like you have a tool for every scenario, have a supercomputer and a secret base and all that kind of stuff. That doesn't feel super encumbersome, and like you can't have any cool things on your character in order to do it. But that comes with a very deep understanding, which I feel like casual enjoyers might not have. So
yeah, it comes with the need for complete self-control and the ability to look at a list of cool shit and say, all right, 2/3 of this is off limits. I know I could easily afford it and it would be so helpful, but I'm not gonna. If you want a second base, you have to pay for the most expensive base you have at full cost, and then every base after that is 1 base point. Which means that if you build the most expensive high-tech super base, you can build an exact copy of it for 1 base point.
yeah,
Just ban bases most of the time.
no, I mean, like, well, whatever. We don't need to talk about the meta for the game. Like, what we're here is just to talk about like the experience. You know, I think the game is great. You know, I think everyone here has had a pretty good time. I enjoyed our adventure. Honestly, it felt a little short to me, which is a good feeling. It's good because, you know, if it feels like we didn't get enough time with a game in 10 sessions, that means it's probably a pretty good, like,
It means you want to
system.
play more.
Yeah.
I actually am sad that we're ending. I do want to play more someday.
Yeah,
Bring it back.
It's possible.
it's always possible.
We'll
For
play
sure.
a whole new group of heroes.
Oh, I was thinking continuing this one.
Monochrome is dead in the future.
Oh, those bank robbers killed him?
Yeah, he left the shawarma place and immediately got shot straight in the head with a power nullifying bullet.
Oh god. The bullet had
No.
sunglasses.
It did. My one true weakness.
Yeah, and you know, it's like it's the great thing and the bad thing about this series. It's great that we get to try new games to find that are fun. You know, I mean, like
Then
I
we
play
have to
Lancer.
move
And I'm like,
on.
oh, I want more Lancer. But at the same time, it always sucks to like end a game right when it feels like it's just starting to get rolling.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, like whatever we do in our free time, you know, that's another story. If it's something we want to do in a later date when we have free time to do so, it's great. But I also really do enjoy looking at new games, trying them out, getting these fun experiences, and you know, it's something that a lot of people don't get. Most people who play tabletop have not played even half of what, you know, everyone here has played in tabletop games. And I think it's important. I think if I want to have a channel about talking about the really cool tabletop games out there, then having a, you know, a periodic like game review after like 10 sessions is pretty good. And I mean, like, we didn't do like a full mini campaign of Fabula Ultima. We did do a one shot, and we've been playing Fabula Ultima in our free time, and it's been great. I really, really like that game a lot.
Good game.
Amazing game.
So,
That it is.
Well, it's no Mutants and Masterminds, but
It's better.
whoa. It was better until I learned that Magic Chant didn't work that way.
That's fair.
but yeah, so hopefully we'll be bringing on some more fun games in the future. Mutants and Masterminds was so fun that we, you know, after 10 sessions we want to play a lot more. So that should speak a world of how good the game is. But after this series, we'll be going on a hiatus on the channel. We may have like a couple one-shots or something in the next few weeks, but we may not. It really depends. Suzanne and I are having a child next month. Like around a month from now, give or take.
Woo!
So it's we're going to be very busy with a new baby, and our lives are going to change pretty dramatically. So it's going to be a bit of a hiatus until probably mid to late February, which I know is a lot of time, but you know, what can you do? And that's if things go accordingly. Well, you know, like after a month, we're feeling like we got the whole baby thing under control, which might be hopeful, but you know, who knows? But after that, we'll be starting Plague Watch, a campaign that we've been setting up for quite a while now. We have character art. It's going to be really fun. I'm so hyped for it. I'm very, very excited. And then we'll be continuing on with our schedule after that. Hopefully the baby doesn't cause too many problems, but we'll have to see. So, you know, if we don't see you before then, have a happy holidays, happy new year, and we'll go ahead and say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. Keep the lights on,
Good night.
please.
Looking at you, Southern California, Edison.
Beg you.